Hour is brought to you by Aberdeen Monument. And like I said before, right around 8 o'clock this morning, I said, coming up around the bottom of the hour, we'll be joined by one of the folks from Presentation College talking about their surgical technology program. Ask and you shall receive. As right now, I'm joined by April R. Anderson, the Surgical Technology Program Director here on KSDN. Good morning. How are we doing today?
Good morning. I'm great. Glad to be here.
You're staying warm?
I'm trying my best, bundling up and putting on layers.
Yeah. Now, before we jumped on the air here, you said you're from Georgia. This is a little bit of an adjustment from the nice warm weather from the south to, you can't feel your fingertips.
Right. And my parents are still experiencing 70 to 80-degree weather. And when I tell them what it is here, they laugh. So it is what it is. Just maintain.
I'm sure they're taking pictures of like a Mai Tai and something like that. They got their feet kicked up with their sandals on.
Right. Short sleeve shirts and the sunshine out and it's warm. Yeah.
Oh, man. That would drive me nuts. But here we are. We're talking about the surgical technology program over there at Presentation College. And, one of the really cool things about, campus there is it's obviously a very intimate campus, kind of a smaller campus. And there was recently a $1 million gift to PC from Avera Health. Can you tell me how that's going to impact your program over there?
Well, the great thing about the simulation lab is we will have a room that we can turn into an operating room and have all of the equipment in there that's actually in the hospital, in the OR. So once the mock triage goes on and the patient is assessed, they can actually come into our mock OR and participate in a surgery. It's not an actual surgery, but we can teach the students how to handle emergency situations and how to use critical thinking to prepare for it. So it will be a great asset. And then they're able to take the patients out once they are done with surgery to go to the recovery area. So I'm excited about being added into that because it will help the students see patients from beginning to end.
I thought I also heard somewhere that there was also a $500,000 extra gift, so it totals like $1.5 million from an anonymous donor there.
Right. And we are definitely appreciative of that. It is really going to enhance the learning at PC. The students will really benefit from this, so I'm excited about that.
And there's always so much you can only do, reading a book and, looking at slides and that sort of thing. This hands-on thing is really going to maybe take that next step for these students.
Right, and that's really the core of the surgical technology program is the hands-on, because it doesn't all make sense until you get into the lab to use your hands to actually perform what you've been taught in the classroom. So if they can't imagine it in their minds, but when you take them into the lab and say, okay, this is what I just taught you and here we're going to do it, then it's like, oh, okay, now it makes sense to me. So I'm excited. I like the hands-on part. I always tell my students that I've taught in the past, I really don't like to do the teaching part. Mm-hmm. I like the lab because that's where I really come alive. You can really see what you're going to be doing and experience it. And once you develop a routine, then you just move on from there.
I don't like the blood part.
Well, if you can't handle blood, you can't handle guts, you probably don't want to do this one.
That's a hard pass.
Yeah.
That's why I'm over here at the radio side of things.
Nice and safe.
For sure. Again, we're joined by April R. Anderson, Surgical Technology Program Director over at Presentation College. And, this is one of those programs, you were talking to me off the air, that it really is growing, isn't it?
It is. And they expect by 2020 for it to grow between 30 and 40%. I think it's going to be a little bit sooner. I started here in July, and after getting here, I had 4 different facilities from North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota call looking for surgical technologists. There's a great demand all over the United States and even in this region. So students should not have any issue as long as they let me know what they're looking to do, where they're looking to go. They should not have any problem with obtaining a job, and they will always be employed. People will always need surgery, whether it's emergency or if they want something done electively, they will get surgery.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I hope I don't have to deal with any surgeries, knock on wood.
Right.
No radio injuries or anything like that. Maybe just a sore throat. That's the only thing I have to worry about.
Oh, well, you just get some chloroseptic spray and be done with that. No surgery needed.
That's exactly correct. And obviously, we talked about the fact that it is kind of an intimate campus, a smaller campus. Mm-hmm. You're not just a number. Let's say you go to these big state schools, you're one out of 1,000 people in a class or something like that.
Right.
Kind of that intimate meaning, that intimate setting, it helps these students a lot too, doesn't it?
Right. The smaller class setting gives you more hands-on, one-on-one with your instructor. And I always let students know at the beginning, if you need more lab time, more hands-on practice time, then you have that opportunity. I make myself available to them if they want more hands-on, more practice, just me and them. If they may feel a little bit embarrassed in front of the other students and they want to do it, then that's fine. You need to, the more you practice, my little saying is practice makes it a permanent. If you do it repetitively, it becomes a permanent practice. So if
That's
they
good.
constantly want to do it over and over again, it will help them because they develop a routine. So when they actually get into the OR, then they have their own set standard in how they do things and set up, and it'll make it a lot easier for them. I like the smaller class settings.
I like that.
Yep.
Practice is a permanent practice.
Yeah, repetition
Okay.
becomes a permanent practice.
I like that.
So I tell my students that. I even tell my kids that. So
Right.
if you do it over and over again, then it becomes permanent. You develop it, you'll do it without even thinking.
Can I use that?
Absolutely.
That's good. I like that a lot. And how's the feedback been from the students?
So far been really good. I check in with them regularly to see how things are going in the lab and how I'm doing because I want to make sure that I keep them engaged and I keep them excited and interested. One thing that we're required to do for accreditation is to reach out to the graduates and do a graduate survey. And the survey has a series of questions asking about their experience in the program, what we can improve, what was great, what were the weaknesses. And I really read through those and make those changes that are necessary so future students that come in will really get a great experience. Sometimes it's something as simple as, I didn't like the location where the class was, or maybe the classroom was too cold, or maybe it was difficult getting in touch with someone. Those things can be easily fixed. If it's something on a larger scale, then I have to go to administration and really discuss with them what the students have said and then see what we can do from there. But my goal is to really expand the program and to really make it a great experience.
Again, April Anderson joining us here, the Surgical Technology Program Director over at Presentation College. Are there internships that you can do throughout the college to kind of get involved with some of the, I guess, the real world, if you prefer?
Well, we do have an externship that their first semester coming in, they take a lot of core classes, anatomy and physiology, medical terminology, just to really get them in their feet wet with the healthcare field. We have affiliation agreements with facilities, hospitals, and surgery centers, both in South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, and in Iowa. So based on the need and where we can place them, it's an open area for them to go. It's just a matter of where we're going to send you to get the best experience. What I'd like to do is be able to rotate them through a couple facilities. Some may do a lot more specialties than others. Like some place may have neurosurgery, whereas another facility won't, but I want them to experience some of that. So then I will have them at one facility for a short period of time and then say, okay, for these next 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to send you over here so you can get some neurosurgery training. That way they can have a lot. They may not get everything and they're not required to, but I tell them if you know instrumentation, you know anatomy, and you know the basics, you can do any surgery. I don't care if you've never done it before. You can do it based on what you've already learned.
So the foot bone's connected to the shin bone, right?
The foot bone?
Oh, boy.
You need to come to class. Come to class. Come to class.
Seriously, you're not kidding. Hand is connected to the wrist, right?
That's the only way it's going to work.
All right. I'm batting 500. I'm 1 for 2. Just one or two more final questions here before I let you go. How do I enroll? I mean, just bear with me for a second.
Okay.
I'm an 18-year-old guy. I don't mind blood. I want to get into it. I know I'm a 26-year-old guy who's in radio that's really turned off by blood, and that stuff freaks me out. But let's just say I'm an 18-year-old guy. I'm enrolling in college. How do I get enrolled over there?
Well, the first thing you would do is go to our website, www.presentation.edu, and you will find under the academic programs, go under Allied Health Department, and you'll find surgical technology. It gives you a little basic information. You fill out the inquiry that's there. I will get that. It'll go to marketing, admissions, and then they forward it to me. I will give you a call and say, hey, I see that you're interested. Can I answer any questions for you prior to them doing the application? And once I give them all the rundown, because I give them the good, bad, and the ugly about the field and what they can do, then if they're really interested, then I have them do the application online. And then it goes to admissions, and admissions takes them through the process then. They have the opportunity to do a campus tour. I also extend the opportunity to take them to St. Luke's to show them our classroom and lab that we use for the students. And also, too, am able to take them to certain areas of the operating room so they can see how it's set up and what's in there. So that will require me to, set up that time to go in there. But I usually am free to do that as well. And that gives them an even greater opportunity to see what's going on. So,
Anything else you'd like to talk about before I let you go here? Kind of up against the clock here a little bit, but anything else?
we take class students in every August. So our next class coming in will be August of 2017. The spots will fill quickly. So if they are really interested, they need to call right away. 605-229-8561 is my direct number, and you can give me a call. I can answer any question that you have about the surgical technology field.
Can't believe I said foot bone.
That's okay. I'll teach you the specifics.
Rookie mistake.
No, that's cool. It's cool.
April, thanks so much, and
Thank you.
enjoy your holiday season, okay?
I will. You do so as well.
All right, thanks so much. Again, that is April R. Anderson, Surgical Technology Program Director, joining us here on KSDN.